Andy Austin here. I'm back in the attic. Going to be making lots of videos this week. This is just a real quick one. I'm kind of curious as to people's opinions on something. And this is, why do people believe such stupid stuff? But more importantly, when the source of the stupid stuff is coming from an obvious charlatan and fraud. You know those people in the super churches in America, the really cheesy preachers who are basically all about the money? And there's some pretty awful examples you'll find readily on YouTube of these American preachers. Why do they have such big followings? How is it possible that I can look at that person and you can look at that person and go, geez, there's something very wrong with this fella? And yet they have thousands and thousands of followers and people who happily hand over their cash. Now, it's very, very easy to blame the individual. There's, a sucker born every minute. But what is going on here? How is it possible that those cheesy individuals are not seen for what they actually are by so many people? Now, the reason I ask this, I've had an experience in the last few days with a personal development trainer who is taking quite large sums of money. I've checked the accounts, and they're doing pretty well off people. And they're marketing themselves as an NLP trainer. Now, the reality is, what they actually teach in terms of content probably has got nothing to do with what the originators of the field of NLP ever intended or ever taught themselves. It's that classic thing that I saw from, I think it was McKenna and Bandler, in a marketing thing they did years ago, which was, why learn from a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy? And I think this is one of those, an example of that very thing in action. There's no direct lineage or as far as I can tell, content that would be regarded as NLP. And yet, this person has followers and certified attendees and people who go back for the advanced or master practitioner course and hand over money, hand over fist, large sums of money. How is it that I can just look at a 2-minute chunk on that person's videos and go, whoa, very clearly a charlatan, very clearly. And yet other people don't see it. Now, my example here I'm going to put a link in the description below this video. If you right-click on it and open it in a new tab or open it in a new window, you can then have this window still open to add a comment. Here is what I'm really curious about. This is my all-time favorite internet video clip after the Oregon exploding whale video from years ago. If you don't know what that is, just Google it. Oregon exploding whale. You'll see what I mean. Now, this is from a bizarre event that they allowed the film crew to go in and make a documentary about. And the guy running the show is very clearly a nutcase. The people on the training seem to think they're going to acquire some kind of superpowers. They're going to be some kind of X-Men type thing. I don't know. What are they thinking they're doing? Watch the video clip. Everyone involved except the trainer is very clearly very sincere. Even when it goes very, very bad, and it's very obvious what is going on here, they retain their belief. The cognitive dissonance is very powerful. So what is it? What is it that these people retain their belief in their guru when anyone else looking at this can go, that guru is a fake? And it's the same in the personal development world. Some of these people are so obviously complete charlatans and complete hams at what they're doing, and yet they seem to do pretty well. What is going on here? If anyone has a thought on this, stick it in the description below. If you have any interesting examples, do stick it in the description below. I'm always interested to see others. I'm going to do another one tomorrow on the madness that's going on with hypnosis, EFT, all the alphabet therapy trainers, or not all of them, so many of them, who seem to think that they can improve your immune system and save you from coronavirus. I thought this was fading out, but there's a new wave of adverts I'm being barraged with when I go online, because I Google for this stuff. I now get those adverts. It's amazing. The thing I don't get, though, is who is making these claims. I thought it would just be the idiots. They're people I actually held in some kind of regard previously. It turns out they're idiots. Comment section below. Let me know your thoughts.